I want to know if you have a couple of minutes to continue our series on tips for recent and not so recent grads. We've made it to tip number 4. And just as a recap, tip number 1 was get used to change and really use change for your advantage. Tip number 2 was make sure that you're taking notice when people are providing you mentorship and sponsorship, and when people are extending their confidence and courage to you so that you can be successful. Tip number 3 was to get connected and remember that life is really built on the relationships that we have with others. And tip number 4 is to take care of yourself. Set boundaries, know when you have more to give, and be in a position to be able to give more, to go that extra mile when it's beneficial or when it's necessary. You are responsible for taking care of yourself, you know, physically, mentally. You're responsible for that. When we take care of ourselves, we're in a better position not only to help others and to do the work that needs to be done, but to be able to make the best decisions for ourselves and for those around us. Sometimes we need to say no in order that we can say yes. That's part of that boundary setting, right? Part of really understanding where it is that we're trying to go and what that means in terms of the things that we are able to take on and still be true and honest to those things that we have set as goals for ourselves in terms of progressing. So make sure that you are taking care of yourself. And that's not only about being able to say no, that's also about being able to say yes. That's also about being in a position so that you can do the extra when the extra needs to be done, right? We hear a lot about burnout, and that is burnouts, comes from many different things, I believe, but one of those causes is people's inability to set boundaries. And one of those things is the people's inability to know when they have more to give, right? Versus maybe when they've been giving too much over time and now needing those words to come out and put boundaries in place, and they're just not in a place to do that because they just haven't taken care of themselves to this point to allow themselves to be there. So take care of yourselves, set boundaries, know when to say when, know how to stay on your path forward. That is my tip number 4. I hope that you found that this has been a topic that's been inspiring, something to help you think, learn, grow, and ultimately lead a more fulfilling life. And I hope that if you are enjoying these messages, that you will share them with others so that they can come along our learning journey as well. Please be sure to check out the show notes for a summary of today's session, as well as contact information if you'd like to be in touch with me, and information on how you can get my most recent publications. And as always, I'm super appreciative of you joining me here today, and I hope to see you back next time tomorrow for our final tip, number 5 for the week. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.